again, the Visual Studio 2019 you need to download. 2022 it's not working. Okay, so create new project. Okay, so you need to observe this clearly. So what we are going to do, we are going to connect, and we are going to transform, and we are going to model, and then we will give it to different report needs. So let me just open this up, and let's search for analysis services. Okay, if you don't find, yes, good question. So analysis service project, if you even this is not directly available in Visual Studio 2019, what you need to do is you need to search for the template. Okay, I will give the template. So SSAS template Visual Studio 2019. Okay, 2019. On this, you will have this marketplace, and I will give it to you. Okay, you need to download this. While installing, you should close the Visual Studio. Okay, that is the only thing that you need to take care. Okay. Okay, so you download and install, then you will find this kind of template here, and you select that and click next. You need to provide this a name. So Tabular Model. Okay, and I'm trying to put it in the April 2022 folder. That's fine. You can use this one option also. That is also fine, or you can just take it so that the name should be unique. So create it. Now this is important. It will ask this one, and whenever, see, this is the best option, but this is also a very good option. This is the latest one. Okay, so what is the difference between this and this? Okay, this workspace server, whenever you installed in your machine with SSAS tabular server, what I mean. Okay, so let me open SSMS. So here now, if you're able to connect this analysis services, this one analysis services, okay, and if you don't see anything, you can browse it, and if you have anything here, you can either choose this or this. Okay, anything is fine, and if you click OK, and if you are able to connect, okay, if you are able to connect, then you choose this workspace server. If you are not able to connect, you don't have, some error will come. So yesterday I've installed that. So that is the reason. How to install? Simple. Just download SQL Server again, double click on it, and choose Tabular Model. That's all. In the selected in downloads. Okay. Okay. So that time you choose this. Otherwise, you can choose this. Okay. Let's say if you are not installed SSAS Tabular Model in the SQL Server. Okay. Then you can go for integrated workspace. That's fine. But otherwise, I have installed, so I'm just going with this, and I'll show you what how it will be available there. Okay, so I'm just clicking test connection, whether it's working perfect. Yeah, it's succeeded. Click OK. Now the project is going to create. So Tabular Model 2. So I should see that in the SSMS. Now let me go and check. So now it's created. So let me go and see whether it is there in the database or not. So Tabular Model, see, this is how you will get some junk, which is temp data. So actually, whatever you develop here, it will be syncing to here. Okay, so that's the kind of connection that it made, workspace connection. Now here you will just get the data source. See, these many data sources it can work. It can work Excel, text, other reports, Sybase, Informatica, IBM, DB2, lot of things it can connect, but we actually connect either Azure SQL or the Azure SQL database or SQL Server. Let's go for on-premise SQL Server. Click next. Now it's asking the name, localhost, server name, or dot also it can work. And now you should see this database name, test connection, Perfect. So use Windows authentication. Okay, click next. Here it will ask which one do you want to go, service account, current account, or not touched account. So let's specify the Windows credentials here. So how to specify? CMD. Okay, and here you write who am I. Okay, and you will get this name, username. Okay, so you select this and edit, copy. Okay, so you put it here, and your laptop should have a password. So if not, set the password and then use that password here. So I'm using my password. Some people do not set the password, so that time it won't work. Okay, you should have a laptop password, and that password you should work here. Okay, so now either you write the query or you can select the tables. Let me select the tables. Now I want fact internet sales. Why I've been keep on using this? So you should not worry what it looks like. So anyway, we are well introduced with internet sales. Then you can select the related tables. That will give a nice task schema. So then click finish. So now the data is getting imported. Perfect. Now let's close this. Okay, now you can see all the tables just like an Excel workbook. Okay, so it will be good. And then this is one interesting part is here, and you can close any window, output window, and properties in. Okay, so all those things. Let me tell you all these options. Now you see relationships, you can see it here. So in Power BI, to go to relationship, we need to go to model and double click and all those things. You need to click on this line so that it will come like this. But here you see what is data source here. So if you cannot see in the Power BI like data source simply like here, and you can have multiple data sources. Okay, and if you want any other column within this existing connection, you can open this and select this, and you can get one more table if you want anything else. So that is one more option. Okay, so what I've done is I've just import or edit source or import new table. Okay, and you can create a new data source also. Okay, and you see all measures will be created under this measure folder. Okay, so these measures can be used across all these reports. Where is that document? Across all the reports. So common measure you can create and you put it here in the model. Okay, then you can use it. But some reports might have required a different measure. So report specific measure also you can create. Okay, so that is also possible. Let's say report 2 required some other additional calculation. We can do on top of that report itself. Once you connect, we will see that. We will try to connect that. Rules, RLS you can also apply here. Okay, and tables that you see. Okay, this is one thing, and the other part is, let me go to data source, relationships, and perspectives that I should see. Where is perspective? Yeah, this one. So here you see default perspective. Let's create and manage a new perspective. So in this new perspective, I don't want entire table. I want only dim table. And if I want, I can also specific columns I can choose. Okay, that is a possibility. But for now, let me take this dim customer table, and let me take fact internet sales. Okay, and click OK. I can give the name, new perspective name. I can just give it to a report requirement 2. Okay, this is a perspective. Let me just click on this. Now here I should see only these 2 tables. So let's say 100 reports they're asked, different. So what I will create their perspectives, and then I can go back and forth. So select a default. Now you see entire thing. Now if you can go and just select a new perspective, then I can see this. So I just create a new perspective. And if you want to create another perspective, so this I can say report 1. And if you want to add one more perspective, the report 2's perspective, R2. In this R2, I want only customer. So this time customer you have already product, date, and product you take, and fact internet sales you take. Click OK. So these are the 3 different requirements that you can see here. Now Now you see. Okay, so this is the diagram, same like a Power BI report model, but this looks a little advanced. You can see everything here. Okay, right? So and you can also have a back and forth to a default. Okay, so you can easily understand this kind of flexibility you do not have in a Power BI. Yes, we do have. I didn't tell you that the perspectives, right? So I will show you how to create a perspective. Let me open SQL import, which is the easiest one. See why it is really required the perspective to understand your model, complex model easily. Okay, to get the relationships and everything. Okay, but even in Power BI also we have. I'm just opening. I'll try to show where you can create. But in real time, Tabular model will have lot of complexity. You will have like lot of tables. Okay, but that is not good practice. But unfortunately, the requirement will goes on like that, and as it is a work engine, it can run very well. But I see one of my friends, tabular model. It was a lot of complexity, but I would have there. Then I would have cleaned it better with an architect help. So a lot of issues you will see see, you know what, if your requirement is complex, then you will be good. Why? Because you will discuss a lot in the requirement gathering itself. Okay, so they do not force you to do some work because you are still not clear with your requirement. So a lot of things that you will learn while doing the job. Okay, so that is different story. But if you have everything ready, then you have to work. If something is not there, then you need to just have a meetings and then get the things clarified. Okay, so your architect will work or your team lead will work for to give the work. Okay, so that is the thing. Why I just came here now. Let me go to model. So this is the right. This is the one that we talked. Now you see this is the one I'm just talking. This is a layout. So here you can add. Let's say here you can bring the table and right click and add related table. Add related table. Now you see only two things that you can see here. This is looks like a perspective for you. R2 report. Okay. So that is similar thing that I didn't talk about, I guess. So that is the reason I'm just showing you here. So this is different than this pages. So this pages is different. Here in this pages are different. Okay, this you should remember. Okay, so here just a kind of perspectives. Now this is done. So what is next? So this is a tabular model explorer, but the solution explorer you see here. Okay, and here you need to go to tabular model 2 and go to properties and check this is connected to localhost server, same server which you connected or not. Okay, so then yes, we connected. Then what we need to do is, so it will create model.bin. Okay, that is one thing that you should remember. And any references, like you want to write some text note files, you can add it here, reference document. See, Microsoft will avoid additional documentation. So that is the reason within the code itself you can write that documentation. That's what they try to tell you. Now you can build and rebuild. That's fine. What is build? It will check the syntactical errors. I don't think we do have any syntactical errors, but if you directly deploy, it will build and then deploy. Okay, so we can deploy now. Let's see whether it's possible or not. So far in my all batches, I never deployed because I was not there. I do not have this tabular model installed here, but this is for the first time in the history of my 15 batches I'm trying to deploy. Let's see whether it will deploy or not. Wow, looks like it is getting deployed. Let's see. Perfect. So deployment got successful. Let's see how this looks like in SSMS. Let me refresh this. I just created tabular model 2. Tables. These are the tables, but this is something workspace. Okay, let me disconnect and connect. Analysis services, databases. Yeah, this time I got this one. So this is the workspace. Okay, this is the tempo database. Okay, but this is the actual one, and you see the connection is SQL Server Adventure Works, and tables are these many. Okay, I don't have any roles that I've created to test roles. I can test it here. Okay, that is different story. But now from here we need to connect to Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop. Let me create a new Power BI desktop. Okay, now I'm going to connect this tabular model. Let's see whether it's possible or not. So this is the end-to-end story of SSAS tabular model. We created using Visual Studio. We deployed into Power BI. We deployed into a SQL Server Management Studio, or deployed into SSAS tabular model, the server, and then from there we are going to connect it to Power BI. So in the real time, you will do like this. So get data and go more. Go to databases. You see SSAS tabular model, SQL Server Analysis Services database. Connect that. Now the server name. What is my server name here? So this is my server name. Let's connect, and server name is this one. So let's copy this. Let me put a Power BI, and let me put this, paste it here, and database name is, see, connect live is there. See, connect live and connect import. So anything can be imported, but only live connection is possible only for this analysis services. What is this server name? So the database name is this Tabular Model 2. Okay, so let's rename it and Control C, copy it. So click outside, then come here and paste it here. This is an optional, but let's click this. Okay, so now you see how many models you see, these many models. So this is a really nice feature. So I have created a report 2 needs, report 1 needs, and a model view also. So these perspectives, you can serve different, let's say 100 reports they want. So you can create 100 different models with different column names, different table names. So all those things that is possible in tabular model. Okay, let me choose this model. Okay, click OK. So now you see connect live. Now this is gone. Okay, now you see all of them. Okay, so now you simply see whatever the modeling that you see here in the surveys that is possible here. So you see the blue line, which means SQL Server Analysis Database. Server name is Monica and database name is Tabular Model 2. So this is how you do in the real time. Okay, so now you can take internet sales, sales amount, and sales amount by what? By product, and the access. Okay, so this is how you will build the report, right? And you can save it and you will publish it. Save in SSAS. Okay, it's not SSAS, right? So let's Power BI desktop, SSAS tabular model as a source. So this is the complete flow of SSAS tabular model development. So as a tabular model developer, what I will do, I will just use Visual Studio 2019, and then I will build the model. That's all. And I will give you Power BI developer, what is the server name and what is the database name and what is the model name that you need to build. You need to choose for your requirement. So these 3 things I will provide.